By the way, you still close with Pete Davidson? I know you guys are.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys
my
were.
man.
That's your
I
man.
love that dude.
You
Yeah.
speak to him a lot.
You know what Pete is really good about? He's really good about reaching out because even like he'll change his number and stuff like that. So, we're always off doing our thing, but he'll always reach out. And even when he's going through stuff and, we've kind of been there
Oh
for each
yeah,
other throughout the years. He's one of those that will tap in regardless of what's going on.
you and Pete. It makes sense. You're friends. I mean, you guys
I
both.
taught
I
him
mean,
everything he knows.
fuck yeah.
But you know how when I was at 92.3,
Right.
your old station, I used to also host a comedy night at Gotham in the city. And there was this kid that would call my morning show every single like week talking about, yo, I'm funnier than you, put me on the show. And it became almost like a bit. And I told him, all right, well, come down to the show, Cannon's comedy show. And he came down at 15 years old and ripped it. And from then, I took him on the road with me. We worked on all my stand-up specials together. He went. I took him around the world for the first time. Got his passport, and then put him in his first movie. I directed this movie called School Dance. He played this character that didn't have one line, but his name was Stink Finger, and he would just
Oh, that's funny.
he would walk around with a stinky finger and put it under people's nose, and then like people didn't know who this kid was, but Stink Finger turned into Pete Davidson.
And both you guys, I just realized you both dated Kim Kardashian. What do you think of that? Did you ever consider that?
Rumble, young man, rumble. Like,
Yes.
I mean,
Do you guys ever get together? And
no, you know what? Interestingly enough, and this is respect to Pete. During that time, that was probably our most distant time.
why?
And
Because
because I was on, you probably trying to be, I was doing my daily talk show, trying to be funny, and and he's like dealing with all of that. And I remember it was a moment because I'm also really, or at the time, I was really, close with Kanye, and that was a weird dichotomy because I always say I'm the person who introduced Kim to Kanye.
you were with Kim, and then you
Yeah.
introduced Kim to Kanye.
I believe. I mean, it was like 2006. This was it was a long time ago.
And you were
We
cool with
we
that,
very
or you
young.
were heartbroken?
But they wasn't, because I'm saying like that's probably when they first actually met each other. They probably didn't get together until years later. But I'm just saying like,
And does,
it was one of those
and does
times
Pete
where
call
like all
you?
of the
Does Pete
no,
say?
none of that.
And does
They
Kanye call
kinda,
you and say, Nick, you better straighten this out?
yeah. I mean that was like I would talk to Kanye all the time. But that during that time, I felt for all of them, man. I mean, like to have to live your life out in the
Jeez.
public and people passing. I've been there before.
Nick, listen to me. I'm a radio guy. Your first
Yes.
show on this new
Daily Cannon.
Daily Cannon radio show on AMP. You got to do you, Kanye, and Pete. Do a round table on dating Kim. This will be big.
I have way more respect for Kim. Like I think the interview with just me and Kim would be more intriguing. She's the one that had us all wrapped around her finger. She's the one. Like if you want to talk about who's the most fascinating, that's the billionaire woman that's making all of these men go crazy.